Hello. So I want to real quick beginning of this video kind of just lay something out for people. Um, so the Steam version of Control is broken. We know that as a fact as of right now. I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough on how you can transfer your saves over from Steam to Epic. There's a lot of people doing Epic over to Steam, which is a lot easier. But managing your files from Steam to Epic is a lot more difficult, especially because one is recognized as the Ultimate Edition, the other one is not. I can't promise that things are going to remain persistent. Things might not really work 100% right. But since I'm just doing the DLC, it's not really a big deal to me. So I already owned the game on Epic, which was a win. I just bought the DLC. It's not that big of a deal. Remedy is one of my favorite companies of all time, so I don't really mind spending another $16. I don't know where you stand, but Steam needs to get their shit together. 100% agree. So what you're gonna do is just make a folder on your desktop and name it Control Steam, and you're going to make another folder and you're gonna name it Control Epic. We're just going to use these as outlining so we know where we're moving files. And we're just going to do a 4 square on our desktop. Make another 2 open. I'm going to do another 4 square. So just line it up so you have your control one here and your Steam one here, so you know that you're following along 100% correctly, okay? We're going to start with the Steam one. So we're just going to go to your PC, whatever your PC is. Normally, people would have their Steam installed on their C drive or their saved games on C drive and things like that. That's where mine are. So I'm going to go into Steam on C. I'm going to go to Program x86. This is important. It is under x86. You're then going to go to the Steam folder. You're going to go to User Data at the very bottom. 1695 is my number. Your number may be different. And then these are where your games are, but they're just sorted by numbers. So how are you going to know which one's Control? Well, I have the number for you. It's 870780. That's going to be the correct folder that you need. Go ahead and access the remote folder. And you're just going to want to copy and paste this over. Okay. We're just going to leave that alone for now because when we get into modding the data so we can transfer it, it'll be a lot easier. So next we're going to go to our C folder in our bottom left-hand window here. We're going to go to users, whatever your PC name is. Usually it's going to be the first one. Then we're going to go to app data. If you can't find app data, go to view, hidden items, and click that. We're going to go to local. We're going to go to remedy and go to control. Default Epic user. And you're going to access your save game slot 00. As you can see, we have tons of files. I'm going to proceed as if you have never modified files. I'm going to proceed as if these aren't here. So I'm actually going to just real quick make a copy of my folder. You can just ignore that. So you're going to have 2 folders in there. After you make your first game save, make sure you close the game after you make your first game save. And what you want to do next is go up to your preference folder. So we're going to go, where we went into save game slot 00 to double check to make sure those files are there. But next we're going to go into the preference folder. This is important. So inside of your Steam control folder now, you're going to see a preference underscore data. So we're just going to copy that and paste it in the control epic folder we created. And we're going to rename that data.chunk. And we're going to create a chunk file off of that. Next, we're going to go back to the save game slot in 00, save game slot 00 rather, for the default epic save. Next, we're going to go it back into our Steam control window here and scroll all the way up to the top, very important, and go to date modified. Click on that so that way your most recent files are at the top. You're going to want that. It should be the 00 save game slot 00. And we're only going to copy over those files. So we've already updated the chunk folder for data, and next we're going to do the next update. So we're going to go ahead and copy those out. And we're going to go through one by one and rename these without the save game data. So when you're done, folder should look like this. All right. Then you're going to rename them one more time to dot chunk. And what I do is I get it right, and then I copy it. I literally copy it, Control C, and then I right arrow Control V. This just makes it a lot easier for me, how I do it. And this is just going to change the game's world. So as you see, I screwed up here where it's supposed to say research, so I'm just going to correct that. Next, we're going to take our data chunk, we're going to copy it, go to our preference folders and paste it and replace the file that came with the game. Go to your save game slot 00 again. This time, copy everything but the data chunk and paste it in. This is all you need. One of the other things I do, and maybe you did this or didn't do this, but I disabled the cloud save just to avoid conflicts with the server. It can be kind of annoying. Then go ahead and launch control. I'm going to play in DirectX 12 because I always play in DirectX 12. And as long as you already had a save, so just start the game, run through a little bit, you should be fine. I'll show you everything so you know it works. And you should have the continue game option from your previous save. However, controlled does not have that save anymore, so it's going to look for the information that you gave it, the .chunk files, as dictated by Epic. So by launching continue game, you will see that I am 98% done with the game, I believe, without the DLCs. First launch can take a little while because a lot of the prefetch data is wrong, and it has to like rewrite some of the prefetch data. So it's like, oh, these chunk files are different. Let's correct those files, the ones that are from unmanipulated objects and things like that. And as you can see, we are loaded in with my Steam save, and the DLC is now loading, which is awesome. This is what I needed to happen. There is possibility for bugs. Like, as you can see, it's kind of stuck on screen.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector.
But a lot of the dialogue and things like that should be correct. You shouldn't have any issues with that.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Only thing I've noticed so far is like lighting. Sometimes rooms will have duplicate objects. Not really a big deal. But for the most part, everything has been perfect. Some of the doors are locked again. Apparently some of these haven't been found, even though they definitely have been. But yeah, it works. So hopefully that helps somebody who's new. And I'm gonna go correct some stuff, so everyone. So yes, there are some issues that I might run into along the way. Hopefully, no big deal. We're gonna go ahead and say fuck it, and we're gonna continue on like nothing ever happened, even though I have a lot of issues with what did happen. I got her best outfit unlocked.